Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. If this is your first time here, watch the video. If you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, do all that stuff. Before we begin, I want to address my hand because you're going to be seeing it through this whole video. No, I was not involved in a domestic dispute with the dog. It is fall cleanup in the garden, and this is what happens when I try to deal with my roses. So, you're going to have to look at it. I'm sorry. I would put on gloves, but I'm very lazy. Today we are going to be upcycling one of these ornaments. I have a bunch of these and I hate that you can see me in it and I don't have a head of hair on, but whatever. I have a bunch of these ornaments that I got after Christmas a couple years ago. And I like the shape of them, hate the colors. I mean gold, silver, and red, not really my deal, but I did one of them. I did this one a couple months ago. I just wanted to do like a textured chalk paint finish on it and leaf the center just to do something. I don't know if I'm gonna leaf this one, but this is just a copper leaf from Dollar Tree, so that's an option if you want to do that. I'm gonna just kind of do texture all over the whole thing and make it different. So I have one of these here, and they're a nice. I got them because they look like the old style like reflector ornaments, and I think they were from Family Dollar or something. I don't know. They were like $1, and I got them after Christmas for super cheap. So just like when we did our skull a couple weeks ago, where's my paintbrush? Oh, I am going to murder the world if I don't have a paintbrush over here. Seriously? Okay, well, I guess I'm using this one that I can reach. Just like we did a couple weeks ago with the skull, I'm just going to make a little concoction of lightweight spackling with some chalk paint. This is Waverly chalk paint and Peacock that I'm using. And the reason I'm doing this is just to add more texture. You can do this without the spackling. It's just texture builds up better when you actually have it. And this is a brand new bottle, so we shouldn't have any problems getting it out of here. And there's no ratio for this. I'm just trying to get some color on here. There we go. Okay, that's a lot. And then let's just mix that up. And see, it adds a little bit of volume to your paint. Let's get this on here so we don't have to look at me. In your first coat, you're just getting it on there. If you have trouble with this sticking, depending on what kind of surface you're using, you can always add a little bit of Mod Podge to this and it'll help it stick. Okay, that's better. I can't see myself anymore. So we're not building any texture, we're just getting this on. And I'm going to get it all over my hands. I probably should just grab the gloves. If I do end up leafing this, I'm not going to want to put too much texture on the inside of here because it's going to obscure the details of the mold. So let's just cover that up. And you can sand the glitter off because it does show through on this one, but I never finished this one. This one was supposed to have... Will you focus? No, you won't focus unless I tap you. Hold on, y'all. This one was supposed to have... Come on. There we go. This one was supposed to have another coat, but see, you can kind of see right here. Don't look at Oh God, it looks so bad, y'all. I'm sorry. Was supposed to have another coat on there, but I didn't put it on. I guess I could finish painting this one this color. Yeah, we might do that because I'm gonna have to let this dry. So, refocus. Okay. So we're just getting that on there. And don't worry about any brush strokes or anything, just slap it on. And I'm just working on a piece of, I don't know what this is. It's in the hardware section at Wall. It's like for when you're, like painting something and you want to, it's like masking paper. And I just find that that works really well. I mean, it's like $3 for a giant roll of it. So it works pretty good for, just putting something down real quick. All right, so keep building it up, obviously. And then this is where we would be at. I see now I won't have to leaf it. Well, I guess I will still have to leaf it if I want to show you guys how to do it. I'm just coming through now with this one and building in some texture. I'm going to kind of get a coat on here, a thick coat. And you're going to have to work in sections because like all this texture we're building in here, we can't actually put it down until one side is dry. Can you go over here? Can you just not be that person today? Thank you. Ideally, I would. Well, you know what? You know what, guys? Wait, let me see. Will this work? No, that won't. Oh, that will not work. Well, hold on. Okay, that will kind of work. So, if you want, you can find something that's sticking there. This is just a bottle of gel polish. These are those Dollar Tree brushes that I'm going to end up with more bristles in the ornament than are on this brush, but you can go in and really create some fine texture. You just want to, whatever you have around, if you want something more like that, or if you want something a little smoother. Kind of like that. So we will be back when this is dry and I've got all the texture on it. This is what you're just going to do. Just go in. I can't tell you how to add a bunch of texture. And is this going to stay up? Kinda. Don't feel super great about that, but I'm going to move that back there. That will be back when this is fully painted and texturized, and we'll move on to adding some leafing, whether it be gold or silver or copper, whatever I can find. Okay, this one's all done with the texture and the paint. It's got a lot of great texture. I did a lot more of the kind of brush strokes focus. Okay, there we go. Um, yeah, I think I did an extra coat of paint over everything just to make sure there was good coverage. There's still, I don't know if you can see that right there. There's still a little bit of the plastic poking through, but we're not going to worry about that. I have here some metal leaf adhesive. I prefer this if I'm doing any kind of leafing. You can use like the Aleene's tack it over and over or anything that dries tacky. But this is nice and thin. I mean, it's $5 at Hobby Lobby and it lasts a really long time. But if you don't have a Hobby Lobby near you or you don't want to spend $4.99, you can use the tack it over and over. Like the stuff they use to re-sticky cricket mats, or they used to. I don't know what they use now, but yeah, you just need something that's going to dry tacky. And if you don't have that, you can always just use Mod Podge and stick it on there when it's wet. It's not that big of a deal. This is just the appropriate glue for what we're doing. So I'm going to squeeze a little bit of this out, and it's pretty thin. That's probably more than enough. That right there. That's just I use that when I'm doing nails as like a little palette. And I'm going to come in and I want to leaf the entire inside of this indent. You want to do a really thin coat. And if we don't get 100% coverage, because we're probably not, right there, some might come off, but that's the whole look we're going for. And I'm just going to kind of lightly brush along here so there's not a harsh line. And then I'm going to just put some here and there. And if you've never gold leaf before, depending on what kind of gold leaf you're using, it's extremely messy either way. But the gold leaf we're going to be using, the one from Dollar Tree, is extra messy. But you can buy it in sheets. It's not real gold. Most of it is aluminum that's been dyed, or sometimes copper. Not dyed, but it's been colored gold. But Dollar Tree sells it's a pretty big tub. It's right there. I'll grab it in a second to show you guys. It's a pretty big tub that I think it's $5 or $3, but there's a lot in there. But it's flakes. You can use sheets. You can use whatever you want. But most people are probably going to get the Dollar Tree one just because it's easy, and it's only in the Dollar Tree Plus section. I've never seen it like at Dollar Tree. All right, so that's going to take a couple minutes to dry. It says 30 to 60 minutes. I don't have that much time. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to go hit this with the hairdryer real quick, and that's fine. You just want to dry it until everything's clear, and you can see where it's shiny. That's where we're going to know that we have to put our gold leaf, and it's not going to stick to anything else. So I'm going to hit this with the hairdryer real quick. Okay, so that's all clear now, and I don't know if you're going to be able to. It's sticky. So yeah, this is only $3. I mean, the gold leaf, you can get it on Amazon for pretty cheap. Hobby Lobby's got it for like $3 or $4, Michael's, places like that, but this is $3. If you're like me, you're in Dollar Tree every day. And yes, it is very lofty and fluffy, and it's kind of a pain to work with, especially when your air's on. But we're just gonna take these pieces and just get them on there, and you can be as precious about this as you want, but y'all, this is not an expensive thing. We don't have to trying to just get in there. Okay. That's usually how I end up doing it. And you can always, all this stuff that's falling off, you can always pick that back up and reapply it elsewhere. But see, like even these pieces that aren't sticking, if you just kind of push them over, they'll stick to wherever the glue is. And it's only going to stick to the glue. So all right, so now we have to burnish this in, and that's basically just going through I'm rubbing everything off. This is where you could use a bigger brush, but do I have one right now? Nah. So just go through everywhere you stuck it down. Focus. There we go. And the more you burnish it, the kind of shinier it'll get. See, that's what we're kind of going for here. See how it's just sticking on the raised part. Oh, that felt a lot better. I've got my paper towel that I was using yesterday, and I can just. All right, I changed my mind. I'm going to use the antique wax. And again, this is not like a regular, the Waverly. Where's that sticky? Oh, I guess it dried already. This is not like a regular chalk paint wax. It's more of like a wash. So I've got a clean brush here, and I'm not gonna paint this all over. Well, I am gonna paint it all over, but I'm not gonna go and like, paint the whole thing. I'm just gonna get it on there. And the reason we put the gold on first is so everything is antiqued at once. And I like to wipe as I go. You can come back if, and that'll kind of shine that part up. Can you go back on here? Okay, so let's get this done so I can go do the dishes before I get in bed. That's my new thing. Never going to sleep with a sink full of dishes. All right, and then take your ornament cap, which does not match the rest of this now, and just snap it back on there. And there we go. So I think that's an upgrade. I mean, it's a little bit more distressed and contemporary looking. So if you have old ornaments, and it doesn't have to be one like this, it could just be a round ornament. If you have any ornaments that um, you don't feel like using them anymore and you don't want to buy new ones, this is a very inexpensive project. I mean, for $1.25, you can get the spackling. What is this spackling? Is that what they're calling it? Yeah, the spackling gets you some paint. If you don't have the Waverly chalk paint, you can just mix the spackling with um, a regular matte paint, and then gold leaf, $3. You could do an entire 18-foot tray worth of ornaments with that thing of gold leaf. So yeah, just something distressed. Is it boho? I don't know. I don't know. What's going on with the kids these days, y'all? That's what I need to know. So, yes, that is that. Dark wax, white wax, clear wax. Choose your own adventure. Uh, yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.